Welcome back to the Comic Book ASM Artist. Today we're going to be doing another comic book haul, and I'll just be talking to you guys about all the stuff going on in my life here, and a little catch up and stuff like that. So first up, I don't know if you all remember, but I still had some other books to get from my other shop by my work after I recorded, so on the Monday I picked up my free books from them. So first off, I picked up The Tick. And then what's cool with this, if you did miss it or other ones in the past, you can actually mail them a stamped envelope with your name and all that good stuff on it. With, I think a little money, I can't remember. And they'll mail you the back issues too from the free comic book day, which is actually what I did last year. So I have all the previous ones now, but so yeah, I can't say it enough. The Tick is one of my favorite heroes. He's just so irreverent and silly, and I know there's quite a few spoof books now, but he was really kind of one of the first, I guess, and Ben Edlund really had something special on his hands. He was able to even get a cartoon show greenlit from it. So I always love The Tick, and I do recommend the current series. You can actually go to, I think it's newenglandpress.com, and find tons of Tick back issues on there, and other merchandise as well. So if you're a huge Tick fan, go there, check it out. And the current run of the artist guy that is by the guy who did this cover here. He's doing the interiors for the monthly book or bi-monthly book. They're on they just did issue 3 for it, so. And I am bagging this one just because I do collect this series, so it's only right to bag that one. Even though it's technically not valuable or anything, but yeah, I'm sorry that my week of Deadpool got kind of derailed. My wife and I got sick, and we're still kind of getting over it. Lots of coughing fits, and she could barely speak, and I'm not as bad off as her, but it was still to the point of where it was pretty much impossible to make a video, or if I did, it would have heavy edits. Which I don't know if you all watched. I did do the first appearance of Deadpool's reading video, but that was before I got sick. But then right after that, literally I think the day after, I got sick. And then I tried to do a reading of the first appearance of Cable, and I did, and I posted it, but it definitely had a lot of cough edits, so if you're watching that and wonder what happened, that's what happened on that video. So rather than try to do the rest for the whole week like that, I just try to get better here these past couple days, and and I actually recorded that video right before I watched Deadpool 2, so. And then of course I do have a review on that coming soon too. Next we did The World's Greatest Cartoonists. And this is from Fantagraphics, and it's a mishmash of different talents here. So yeah, this stuff is really more on the side of like, indie house type of art. So it's not everyone's cup of tea, but I do find it interesting. I find all types of art interesting, and I feel they all have a place to be published and expressed. So really cool, you know, just to be able to see things that are a little different. And hopefully soon I will actually have my own book self-published here. Hopefully I'll have print copies in about a month or so, so look forward to those. Next I got the Starburns Presents, and it's a collection of stories too. As I was saying, this is Starburns is the guys who, it's Dan Harmon and all of them, the minds behind Rick and Morty and Community and all that good stuff. So it's a little different, and they are mature rated books, which isn't too surprising if you consider the source. Really getting a Scotty Young vibe here almost. And then I was able to get this for $5 from that shop too for their free comic book day sale. And it's Todd McFarlane's run on Hulk, which I have never read it, so I know Peter David wrote it. So yeah, everyone knows this cover here. But I have never read this issue or any of Todd McFarlane's issues of Hulk. Like I said, I know he worked on it for a period, but never had him, so. So it's just cool to finally be able to have this. And for $5, I couldn't pass it up. And the art does change to Eric Larson on the last issue, and it just kind of wraps up the story arc here. So I might do a reading of this on here, but we'll see what happens. Next I acquired this, and I used to have it. I actually won it whenever the first Captain America movie came out. Baskin Robbins had a contest, and I won a prize from the contest, which was the first issue of the new volume of Captain America at the time. But yeah, I lost this during the move, but I had found this on eBay with hopes to get it signed by Chris Evans here at the Seattle. They're having something called the Ace Comic Con on June 22nd, I want to say. So I do have tickets for that, but unfortunately Chris Evans has canceled due to a family emergency, so he is no longer attending. But I am glad that I was able to get this book regardless, and I just hope that whatever's going on with Chris's family, that everything works out. So I wish him all the best. But yeah, I'm glad to have this book back in my collection because it is a unique piece. It is one that's not too common, and it's kind of cool to see how far we've come. Even with him as a character, he looks way different in the new movie as opposed to when all this started. So it's pretty cool. It's a timepiece and a capsule unto itself. So I want to talk about another cool. I found this for $3.50 at my local Value Village thrift store. So got really lucky there. And once again, I used to have this, so, and I'll probably be doing a reading of this, at least the Mad Love story. I would say that this is like the quintessential Harley Quinn story, and truthfully, I wish that this was more valuable than the Batman Adventures number 12 first appearance of her, because this story is so good. It's literally like the origin story of Harley Quinn, and there's a lot of elements in it that they couldn't have in the animated series, like Harley in a negligee and stuff like that. So definitely you would never see that. Well, technically I guess you did see it, but you saw it when it was on Kids WB. They did it on the new version, but I like it in this comic here because this is with the classic Fox Kids design of all the characters. I did like the Kids WB stuff, but I like the art style better for the original. So the story was originally told in this format with the old Fox Kids stylings, and yeah, the stuff in this book would not be cleared by the daytime television Fox censors. So it's nice that they did do it on Kids WB, but still visually this is the best way to experience it, I think, because you get to see it with the original design, character design. So, and then it has a couple of the annuals in the back here too. I remember this in the back is actually they did this issue as a Jack Kirby tribute after he had passed away. So yeah, you see it right there. But at the time, this was not a regular newsstand book, so I was actually blindsided by when he did pass away. When, like I said, when I tried to send him a letter when I was a kid in school. So, but really cool book. Once again, for $3.50, I couldn't pass it up. So, and then I did acquire that first appearance of Cable you saw me read, and I do have a cool big Deadpool art book that I'm still going to be going through for you guys. And I will probably use it as the backdrop during my Deadpool review talk video, but do a full flip through and look at stuff more detailed in another video. So now we can move on to the current haul that I have. So we have the Superman special, and I typically, like I said, when I get these, I don't get to read them before I do them on screen here, but I did read this. I'm still behind on a lot of my books again. But I think this one is more or less officially Tomasi and Gleason's final work together on the character. But I guess they did greenlight a 12-part miniseries for Super Sons coming up, like in the future. So, and they both wrote in here. So. But this picks up with the whole Dinosaur Island story they did. I think it's way back in issue number 8 of the current run. So it's just a really good story. And the special in general just really highlights Superman's values, which I always like. A lot of it my own book I want to distill. I want people to be inspired to do good things when they read my books. So, and that's what happens when I read this Superman book. It really talks about his respect for all life, humans and any living thing. And then there's another story here. Don't want to spoil stuff. There's another backup here, and this will lead into, I'm sure, a story arc with the atomic skull. So here he's reformed, helping the police, but he is still, gun shy around Superman because they do have a history, and they work together to stop his old partner in this book. So he's kind of got a little bit of a chip on his shoulder. So. But this one and the Action Comics one, I feel, were more or less placeholders while Bendis and his team continue to get everything in place for their run on Superman. So, get a couple random specials out of it, but it's fine. I enjoy, it's another Superman book to read, so not too bad. Next we have the Medieval Spawn and Witchblade by Brian Heberlin. And Medieval Spawn is a character we haven't seen in a good long while, so it's cool that they've dusted him off for this mini-series here. Next is Damage, number 5. There we have Batwoman, number 15. Apparently she's going to be joining Green Arrow on the CW show soon. Really interesting art style here. Little, the old medieval printed books here. And apparently I heard all the DC books are going to start to be $3.99 here soon. So that's a little crazy because the selling point of a lot of those books was, they're $2.99 as opposed to $3.99. Next we have the New Challengers, referring to the Challengers of the Unknown. And of course here's another nice, crazy fold-out cover here. And this is actually, I want to say, just going to be a 6-part miniseries. Which in the back of my head, I wonder if all the Heroic Age books are secretly miniseries. And they're just testing the waters. From what I hear though, the sales are dropping on them, so I would not be surprised if most of them don't make it to 12 issues. Or 18. It seems like 18 for a lot of the series is usually around the stopping point. 16 or something. I think Super Sons goes to 16. I can't remember. And then I got a duplicate, got it for my poster for the other side. And then I think they just have The Unexpected as the final book. And then with that, there'll be a complete poster made. Next is Batman 47. And in this, we really see a Bruce Wayne, not like the Bruce Wayne we know. He is very selfish, and more or less he's doing anything to keep Booster Gold from going back and resetting his timeline to go back to normal. Currently, he said, "Hey, your parents aren't dead, so that was my wedding present to you, and I'm gonna go back and put things to normal." And Bruce was like, "No, that's not gonna happen." So this is continuing that. Beautiful art in this one, of course. And it is gearing up for that big summer wedding coming. Next is Turtles Universe. And this continues where Donnie is more or less kind of like a go-between moderator, ambassador between Krang and the Triceratons. And right now they're trying to figure out how to make the crops grow here. And these guys said, well, we used the dead bodies of all the Krang to help the plants grow. So they're like, well, that can't be a solution we use. But that is how these guys were able to provide, food and sustenance to continue to live. So they are at a mortal standstill right now. They always have two stories in these. I wanted to make sure that this one did too, because the art styles are always different. I want to make sure you get the flavor for what the art's like. So this is very cool. I like this. The blue underwater there. I think I got a bad batch of bags here. I've noticed a lot of my books aren't fitting like they're supposed to. Next is Turtles number 82. Next is the Immortal Man. And apparently Jim Lee did the first issue. So the person they have on it now is more or less trying to copy his style. But it still looks good. But I can't believe he didn't even get through one issue of it here, you know? So, Ryan Benjamin. So, props to him for making his style look like Mr. Jim Lee. As we all know, Jim Lee is definitely an incredible talent that a lot of us aspire to visually create, like, you know. That's what's always hard, though, as an artist, you know. We have all these great styles we respect, but even if we can master them, you get people like me who are just like, oh, it's just a copy of his style, you know. So, but I will acknowledge the skill behind it. It's just, you know, reviewing it, that's the best way you can explain it, you know. Next we have Sideways, number 4. Next is Detective Comics, number 980. And then I got this nice little promo for Bruce and Selena's wedding. Shows the checklist for the books for the big wedding event. And what's funny is for about 10 seconds I thought this was a real wedding invitation. I was like, so who's getting... And then like mid-sentence I stopped and I realized, as I asked the clerk at the store, that it was a promotional, but so good job for DC for making it look convincing, you know, that front. I mean, first glance it totally just looks like a wedding invite, you know? So that's pretty cool. have the big final part for the White Knight event, or mini-series rather. Really great. I highly recommend it if you haven't been reading it. They're even wanting to call this pocket the Murphyverse for Sean Murphy's storytelling here because they like it so much. It's a combination of acknowledging the movie elements with the cartoon elements and the regular comics as well. So it's really cool. Glad they were able to let him put this work out, and I hope he continues to do more great mini-series like this, you know. Yeah, looks like this is another one of those crappy bags right here. And then the last two are from my other shop. We have the continuing of the Afterlife of Cerebus book here. And then just literally insert him on top of a Gustav Doré wood cuts here. And yeah, it's nothing really major. It's just continuing with the same silly Cerebus humor that we've all come to enjoy here. That most indie guys, he has the record for the longest running independent book, 300 issues, I believe. And then we have the Avengers #2, which I will continue to read on the channel. And you all be happy to know I am going to be picking up a few other Marvel titles just for channel variety for you guys as well, because I know not everyone wants, you know, the same old, so hopefully you all are excited about that. And as always, let me know below what you want to see. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe, please share. Let's grow this channel. I also got a bunch more posters from my local shop that I'm adding to the giveaway pot. Once we reach 500, I'm doing a poster giveaway, a huge lot of posters that are all like a current marketing material for Marvel. And then once we hit that 1,000, we're going to do our signed book giveaway. And yeah, let's just continue to grow the channel. You know, I'm doing this for you guys. You know, I'm very good at responding to everyone's comments. So let's continue to keep that going. Let me know what you want to see. We'll get it on the show. And I look forward to continuing to grow this community with your help. You all have a good day or night. Thanks. Bye.